Valestorm Studios are proud to present their new delegation, the Morality Conservation Directorate, hereafter referred to as MCD. The purpose of MCD is to preserve ethical standards across Valestorm Studios' team and disallow unethical actions from occurring again. Currently, the major point of concern is a fellow Paramethian engineer and a non-minor character in Valestorm continuity, RUS-T. We'll be monitoring Ross and his actions primarily, as well as keeping the rest of the staff in check. Disciplinary hearings of the mechanized Paramethian will be posted as the story unfolds. Thank you for listening. The current set of rules surrounding Ross is as follows. Number 1. Disallowed from referring to Matrix as Neo, Morpheus, Agent Smith, Boy with a Spoon, or any other character from the movie Matrix. Number 2. Mozilla Browser isn't named after himself or anyone else in the camp. Stop telling staff that it is. Number 3. Because I said so isn't a valid ground for conducting unethical research. Have the people present that they are still traumatized. Number 4. Spoiled mangosteen are not to be repurposed as explosives, especially when used in training. Number 5. T-posing is forbidden until further notice. Number 6. S-posing is forbidden until further notice, and the Directorate strongly advises you to visit a doctor or medical professional of any kind. Number 7. Following events of bigger on the inside occurrence, Ross is disallowed from watching Doctor Who for 12 hours in a row. Wait, no. Actually, at all. Disallowed from participating in gift exchanges with any of the staff, especially if gifts are based on a pun. Olives are not projectiles. Number 9. Ross isn't an incarnate of any sort, heaven or otherwise. The facility is not Bleeding Sun, and we ask that you stop referring to it as such. Number 10. Reports aren't to be redacted, and the staff doesn't need a security level clearance to view the files. Number 11. Disallowed from asking personnel from drinking with him, especially if they're from the same cosmic location. Number 12. Sharing fictional stories about himself to impress new staff is forbidden, as it exclusively leads to the opposite effect. Number 13. Expressly forbidden from consuming large quantities of high glucose products. There is no way that could end well. Number 14. No attempts to be made to mind control the facility command, or to release command from mind control, or to see what happens to command when Ross does anything. Number 15. Disallowed from breaking the fourth wall, pending. New restrictions are to be added if necessary. Number 16. Rainbow Factory does not exist, and MCD isn't a cover-up team that runs it. Stop telling personnel otherwise. Number 17. Expressly forbidden from referring to himself as Bellerophon, especially in the presence of winged equine staff. Number 18. Early bird catches the worm is not a valid excuse to blast dubstep, metal, chiptune, or any form of music at 6 a.m. Number 18.1. Personnel objecting are free to use noise-cancelling personal headphones to realize why it's a bad idea. Number 19. Morality Conservation Directorate are not any of the following: a bunch of bureaucratic pansies, small brain team, tiny noodle squad, scourge of Paramethian life, responsible for stealing my cookies or desserts of any kind, Foxtrot, Uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Sierra, Pain in the Glass, Minuscule Buttocks Company, Horny. We also did not engage in the explosion that occurred several months ago. That was 100% you. Was not. It was, and Ross T is disallowed from modifying this document. Number 20. Ross T is not allowed to declare the war against the sun, no matter how hot it is. Number 20.1. Ross T is not allowed to declare the war against the moon either, even to create a permanent midnight. Number 20.2. Ross T is not to declare a war against any celestial body, under any circumstances. That includes the Bleeding Sun, the Dark Star, the comets that didn't make his wishes come true, Sun's sister, or the Death Star. Number 21. Using fridge magnets on cybernetically enhanced personnel is considered poor taste, especially if such enhancements are necessary for life support. Number 22. Rusty is currently in charge of the cybernetic department due to his exceptional prowess to build useful mechanisms. That does not automatically allow him to recreate any form of ancient mythical entity for the sake of science. At least make a remote control next time. We spend a considerable amount of time taking down your battle boar. Number 23. Challenging personnel to a game of MCD Chicken is right out. Number 24. Rickrolling anyone in the facility is strictly forbidden, and Ross has been removed from the radio duties until it needs to be mechanically fixed. Number 25. Plague Ink was down is not a valid reason to develop a contagious ailment of any kind. 25.1. Not even if you make the cure beforehand. Number 26. Rusty is prohibited from breaking into anyone's living quarters for the purposes of just standing above their bed menacingly, actually for any reason. Number 27. Cybernetically enhancing the dead is strictly forbidden under any excuse. Number 28. Ross is no longer allowed to cook in the facility's kitchen after repeating instances of pointing at random objects and exclaiming, "That's not a knife." 28.1. Following reports of Ross attempting to break into the kitchen to steal the Krabby Patty formula, Ross is prohibited to be anywhere near the 10-meter radius of the kitchen. Number 29. Number 30. Ross isn't allowed to refer to himself as the Ancient Evil, and the MCT aren't the knights in shining armor foretold to destroy it. 30.1. Likewise, MCT isn't the Ancient Evil and Ross isn't foretold to destroy the Directorate either. Number 31. No fun allowed isn't the motto of MCD, and anyone spreading these rumors will be reprimanded. Number 32. Cybernetically enhanced personnel aren't to be referred to as Yora soldiers, VTubers, Robocops, Terminators, or Bionicles. 32.1. Being a cyber himself doesn't alleviate that rule. Number 33. Any amount of green, black, or any other paint may not be used for the purposes of being creative. Number 34. Any mention of apple bucking is banned for the foreseeable future. Number 35. I can't hear you, the music is too loud isn't a valid excuse to ignore any disciplinary remarks. 35.1. Neither is nobody's home, come back later. Number 36. 11 people have filed a complaint about Ross calling them silly sausages. MCD can't formally make a disciplinary hearing about this, but please cease. Number 37. Disallowed from nagging money from personnel by using this following image. Number 38. MCD isn't the dark side, and we do not offer free cookies, biscuits, or pastry of any other kind. Number 39. Ross is disallowed from including any form of sentence "things went a little bit pizdец, blять" in incident reports, progress reports, any form of documentation. 39.1. Similarly, using the color hashtag 912DEC to signify the pizdец of the situation is right out. Number 40. Not allowed to advertise or sell Rusty's Rust Tea, made of dysfunctional metal parts and any form of acid. Number 41. Starting a forest fire under the guise of "they were gonna burn anyway, it's like 40 degrees out" is still a hazard and has been prohibited until foreseeable future. Number 42. Not allowed to say that this entry contains the meaning of life. Number 43. Fireworks aren't to be launched inside any inhabitable buildings. 43.1. Not even on birthdays. Number 44. Rusty is disallowed to use phrase "oh fuck, completely forgot about this" and any variations of it to skip out work. 44.1. Same goes for "that was today? I didn't know that," unless it is proven he didn't, and "the silence wiped out my mind." Number 45. Not allowed to claim "I've seen a film that started off like this" during a major accident. 45.1, not allowed to recite the script of said film for his own amusement, actually at all. Number 46, no one in the facilities to take Ross's cupcakes, especially if he claims they're homemade. Number 47, being constructed primarily of metal doesn't give Ross automatic right to call spare cybernetics his fancy pants. 47.1, similarly, the grounds for testing high explosives and photic weapons are not to be referred to as my fitting room. Number 48, not allowed to wear red sunglasses under the pretense of having laser eyes. 48.1, not allowed to develop and install lasers in his eyes to wear red sunglasses, actually at all. The current ones were confiscated. Number 48.2, following what happened in the meeting hall after the demonstration of butt sunglasses, Ross is not to develop any laser modifications to anybody without first notifying MCD. Number 49, disallowed to have pets after mishandling a facehugger and causing 16 casualties. 49.1, disallowed to develop mechanical pets as the species of weaponized Tamagotchi was a nightmare to deal with. 49.2, additionally, having assistance is right out. Number 50, MCD does not have a content warning of any kind, especially not for prejudice against cyborgs, crappy sense of style, nudity, or bad fanfiction skills. So, this happened. Matrix and the rest of the album family has been working on actually important bits and bobs, while I'm kinda just engineering this shitepost because I have nothing better to do. It is on the public Valestorm server, which is basically a Discord server for anything Valestorm related, so if you want to join in on the fun, there you have it. There's the place. And yeah, thanks for listening.